This year is an entirely different situation. I think the crew is, seat for seat, is just simply stronger. Stronger, and what I mean by stronger, I mean both technically in advance, physiologically in advance. And I think emotionally, there are stages that you go through that seem to be almost inevitable when you get to a high competitive level. And this year's crew is reflecting that growth. There might be something in my personality that brings an urgency to doing it really, really well. All facets of it. I want these men to be thoughtful, respectful, hard-driving men. It's really important to me. They move in that direction. People have told me it's rarely comfortable being around you. There's a certain tension, and I feel it before a practice. When I go into a practice, I'm not relaxed. I'm not looking at the seabirds, and somehow the athletes must pick up on that. You have to have a platform of operation established first. You have to have an established mindset. The underpinnings have to be, look guys, we want to do this at a high level. We want to, we're striving to do it at a high level. That's really, really important. Once that's floating around or in the air, then you build the other pieces. I mean, the other pieces augment that.
We had a lot of the pieces to the puzzle last year, but didn't quite close the deal at IRAs. We had the undefeated freshman squad, and I don't want their heads to get big, but they have a lot to do with it. They brought this attitude that there's no aura to Washington for those guys. It was no big deal to beat them. They're just another crew. So they bring that attitude of let's just go race our race. And that's a huge difference.
There's no question about it. Nito Simonson has wonderful feel for the boat and is bringing a great rhythm to the boat. And it's not coincidental that Luke Walton, another sophomore, is sitting behind him. I mean, he absolutely follows the stroke to the T. He just has the capacity to be able to mirror that image. And Jake brings a lot to the crew, certainly in terms of his power. He also brings a dimension that's probably as important as a seasoned competitor. Jake is not going to be intimidated by any circumstance.
There's definitely conflict between Cal and Washington, and it goes back so long that at first when you come here, you don't really understand it, but the longer you do it, the more you just don't want to lose to them, and you want to beat them. And I want to go and I want to win and beat them there.
I wanted to put as much distance between us and them as possible because we had losses of 3.5 seconds, 2 flat, and 1 flat, and then 3.5. I wanted to make up all that.
I think that they're performers, and I think they're intensely competitive. I think they want to be proud of their work, regardless of where their opponents are.
Our race plan is in the chute. I mean, we race from start to finish. It's us, because we feel there's no sense in looking at the boat. You can only get distracted by paying too much attention to other crews.
Essentially what it is to bring these people to the point where they're willing to commit to each other and give to each other in this form, totally.
They're lean and they're efficient. They're very powerful, a very determined group, and all our expectations are that they'll win tomorrow.